right, good evening. Welcome to our regular city council meeting. It's December 4th, 2023. Thank you for being here. We'll start it off with invocation and the Pledge of Allegiance. You're welcome to join me in prayer. As we approach this Christmas season, let's be thankful for all we have here in Clemson and hopeful for what we'd like to have. Let us remember those in our community that may need help going without and find ways to be helpful. And finally, pray for the end of division and the hope for lasting peace here and around the world. In his name we pray. Amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you very much. You may be seated. So we're going to deviate slightly from the agenda. You notice I said slightly. We're going to welcome the 2023 8U state champion soccer team. I believe they're out there. So we'll start that off right here at the beginning.
Here they come.
I love it.
Jay's got a corral.
Youth at our best.
All right.
This is awesome. Thanks for being here after winning.
Thank you.
No, look at that. Very polite. Love it. I get to read something and then we'll come around and we'll talk to your coaches. Does that sound good?
Yes, sir.
All right, so I'm going to read this first. All right, so this is the 2023 8U state champion soccer team. Congratulations again. This outstanding group in front of us, 12-year-old young men and two coaches, thank you coaches for being here, just captured the South Carolina Athletic Program's 8U Soccer State Championship on Sunday with a convincing 3-0 victory over Buford here in Clemson.
Wow.
Congratulations again. How it all materialized. This team won their opening match on Saturday 4-2 over Buford and then advanced to the state championship match with a 6-0 shutout over Mullins. This is the second consecutive years for the state title for most of these players. That's awesome again. And only the third soccer state title in Clemson's history. Only the third. Did y'all know that? Yeah, you know. I'm not saying anything you don't know. Okay. We're done. All right, that's good. We also want to recognize, we're going to recognize two other teams real quickly. They're not here, but the girls 8U and 10U soccer teams also won their Western Division tournaments and both placed third in the state tournament. So congratulations to them. So the coaches are Curtis and Metten, right? Okay, I want to make sure. And Tyler Lowe. I'm going to let y'all introduce the players unless you want them to introduce themselves. There we go. Go for it. You can turn whichever way you can turn to the. You might want to kind of turn sideways. How's that? All right, now tell everybody your name.
Benjamin Touchberry, Luca Rodriguez, Walker Garrison, Henry Lau, Karen Brookman, Davis Grisham, Easton Glenn, Caden Garrison, William Boyd, Hampton Schmidt, Riggs Meisenheimer, Hudson Clay.
Awesome. Congratulations. Are y'all okay if we take a quick picture with you? You okay with that? We'll come. Some of us will come around and some of us will stand. Some of us don't want to move. I won't say that.
I thought one of you were giving a speech.
Cute.
We're going to all stand behind
That
you.
would be, that would be.
There's always somebody.
I'll be able to stand up and down. Yeah.
He'll be here.
Break up thing. Mom, you're wearing different shirts every meeting now.
It's weird. He's like throwing.
Don't back up too.
Start your new campaign off.
Do y'all want to kind of just come together?
There you go.
All right. What side are y'all coming from? There you go.
Robert, I think you missed your calling.
The coaches on the part.
Owl too. There is
just right way there. I was up here.
Oh, no, I didn't know.
No, I was down it. Wow, look at that.
Yes, that's correct. Everyone look right here.
There we go.
Sweet.
Oh, thank you. Congratulations. Of course, yeah. Thank you, guys. Congratulations.
There you go.
All right.
Thank you for everything. This is great.
Everybody scatters, yeah.
That was quick.
I was on the team the first time Waukon offered soccer. We're like a powerhouse in soccer
Topics do we
now.
have tonight, man?
Back in the day.
You would advise and encourage, probably.
I appreciate the skill, but the game is boring today. Not my thing. Claire said it's too much running. I appreciate that, but yeah, not my thing. Way better at basketball.
Keep going. Here.
Oh my God.
Have fun. First of all, we Clemson.
Jade, they take after you. I was so happy. We need to come up with a
Thank you. Appreciate it.
team.
You want to start doing that?
Imagine. We'll gather up in the middle.
I said that. The second thing they said sounded like breakful.
Oh my God. I thought they said break your legs.
All right, that's a great way to start. So we'll jump right back into the agenda. And next is the oath of office. Another exciting time. Beverly.
Jeremiah, as of tonight, would be officially your new city clerk.
You smile. That's a big smile.
Very happy.
Just for everybody's knowledge, this is a huge loss. We're very happy to have our new clerk of court. But Beverly, we can't thank you enough. And we'll thank you other times. But
Yes.
Last
I
meeting.
still got 2 more weeks.
that's right.
Okay, raise your right hand. Put your left hand on the Bible. All right. I do solemnly swear
I do solemnly swear
that I am duly qualified,
that I am duly qualified,
according to the Constitution of this state,
according to the Constitution of this state,
to exercise the duties of the office
to exercise the duties of this office
to which I have been appointed,
to which I have been appointed,
and that I will,
and I will,
to the best of my ability,
to the best of my ability,
discharge the duties thereof,
discharge the duties thereof,
and preserve, protect, and defend
and preserve, protect, and defend
the Constitution of this state
the Constitution of this state
and of the United States.
and of the United States.
So help me God.
So help me God.
As a municipal clerk
As a municipal clerk
of the municipality of Clemson,
in the municipality of Clemson,
I will equally,
I will equally,
fairly, and impartially,
fairly, and impartially,
to the best of my ability
to the best of my ability
and skill, exercise the trust
and skill, exercise the trust
reposed in me,
reposed in me,
and I will my best endeavors
and I will my best endeavors
to preserve the peace and carry
to preserve the peace and carry
into effect according to the law
into effect according to the law
the purposes for which I have been elected,
the purposes for which I've been elected.
appointed.
Appointed.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
All right.
Congratulations. You know you have a speech now. I'm just kidding. Awesome. Thank you again. All right. Next is public session. I will turn it over to Councilmember Smith.
Thank you.
What a way to start our meeting today, first one of the month. This is our opportunity for the public to share information with City Council that's not on our agenda. So if you have something you'd like to share, if you have questions, comments, this is the opportunity to do that. We just ask that you be mindful, 3-minute limit for those who would like to speak. And I am aware that we do have Reverend Cannon who'd like to come up and make a presentation during the public comment session. So we will give him that opportunity. And then if there are others who would like to follow, feel free to do so. So at this time, Reverend Cannon, if you want to come up. And I will come and help you because I know you asked me to come. Oh, no. Okay.
For 22 years, the organization I founded has done this quite frequently. I talked to the mayor and he tried to talk me out of it. But over the years, I do not take no for an answer. I'm always persuaded to do what God has put me here to do. And with that in mind, I would like the council lady to come down and assist me along with the mayor in presenting these certificates that the organization I founded some time ago. Thank you.
This is to Chief Campos, if you come up, and officers of the City of Clemson Police Department. And it says, the Community Leadership and Service Award in honor and recognition of significant contributions to the community of Clemson, South Carolina, Clemson University, and accomplishments that have brought credit to the United States of America, one nation under God, under liberty and justice for all, as from St. Paul's Ephesians Development Incorporated. Thank you. Beverly. Same thing.
Thank you.
John Duckworth.
Thank you.
Andy. He's even got the date over here.
Oh, man.
Wow.
And we'll take this one for John. Yeah. John Hoover. Lily. Catherine.
Thank you very much.
You got another one?
Another one. Another for all the chief of police. This is actually yours.
Oh. Last but not least,
And the mayor again.
and I don't know who this guy is.
I don't know. Yes, sir. Thank you. Yes, sir. Appreciate it. Thank you for doing this.
Thank you very much.
Would you like to have a quick picture of all City Council and Chief Beverly come up here real quickly?
Right.
Yes, sir. Let's do it.
Would you like us to hold our flags?
That'd be nice, yeah.
And while they are getting up, I have two great supporters in this city. One is my little brother, Danny, who won 2 Bronze Stars for valor during the war, and my friend, Mattie Morris. They are my greatest supporters in this city. Chief of Police.
Yeah, Andy, you're a 9-year-old.
Thank you so much.
We can come down here when we want to.
Is that it? All right. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you again for the recognition. You didn't have to, but thank you. Yes, sir. Very kind.
I know, it's like Christmas.
This has been a great start to the meeting. Are there any other comments or anyone else from the public like to say anything? If not, are you coming up? Okay.
Good evening, Council. For those who don't know me, my name is Brian Lee. I am currently serving as your interim president at the Clemson Chamber of Commerce. I have been there since May, and the phrase of drinking from a fire hose has been defined. But I wanted to come and introduce myself. When the time I took the job, I thought, why in the world am I doing this? I served on the board for almost 5 years, but I believed in our community, and it was a place for me that I thought I could help, and definitely in the interim, to find the right president for that job. In the meantime, I have fallen in love with the job, not only the job of working with the council, great people in this community, but also the charity side of it has really touched my heart beyond words. So again, I just wanted to come up here and introduce myself. The job has been open, and I have applied for the job, and I hope that I get all your support. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Well, Mayor, I will turn it back over to you. Thank
Okay.
you.
Thank you very much. Next on the agenda is the possible approval of minutes for November 15, 2023, the special call meeting first. Would somebody like to make a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Okay. Comments, discussion, all in favor, raise your right hand. All right, thank you very much. Next is the possible approval of minutes for November 20th, 2023.
So moved.
Second.
Okay. Comments, discussion, all in favor, raise your right hand. All right, thank you very much. Next, we'll go to reports and discussion. So, we are honored to receive a presentation from a PhD candidate, Maria, regarding outdoor rec participation in the Latino community. And I know that we were invited to come in Greenville, and unfortunately all of us could not be there in Greenville, but we're so thankful you brought the presentation with students here. So we appreciate that, and we look forward to hearing your thoughts. So thank you for being here.
Thank you for having us. We're going to set up our poster real quick.
Okay.
Oh, there you go. Is she one of your students?
Yeah.
That's my question.
Okay. So thank you guys, our mayor, city council, for having us. We really appreciate this opportunity to talk to you guys a couple minutes with this project that we just concluded. And I'm going to do a very brief presentation about it, and then I'm going to turn it over to these wonderful young ladies and community advocates who will share our results with you guys. And to quickly introduce myself and the young ladies as well before I get into the project. Thank you, Mayor, for that presentation. My name is Myra, and I'm a PhD candidate here at Clemson University. I'm also an active duty service member with 13 years in service, and this is my current duty station. So it's been an honor to join this community. I've been here for 3 years and feel very passionate about being here and making our community better. And here I have with me Ashley and Brianna. They're both seniors at Carolina High School. And then we have Alejandra. She's a sophomore here at Clemson University. And then lastly, we have Maria. She is a senior at Berea High School. And they were 4 of the 8 participants in my dissertation work. Don't worry, Bob, I'm not doing a whole dissertation. So just a quick overview and then how we kind of brought everything together, which the ladies will be talking about. So I did a photo voice project, and in that term itself, photo and voice, what we did is we provided the 8 participants, Latino youth living in 4 communities in Greenville, Clemson, Spartanburg, and Seneca, a camera. They went out into their communities and they took photos of what reflected their Latino identity, community organizations that help the Latino community, and also outdoor recreation. And with that, what they did, after they took those photos, they came back together and they engaged in critical dialogue and shared knowledge, which ultimately all 4 communities were representation of those communities. Came up with concerned solutions and hopes for their communities. And what we found was a trend that was very similar. And yes, we all live in the upstate, but it was really unique and special to see them sitting in a room never met before and sharing ideas and really coming to terms with the same idea of how we want to make our communities better and represent our Latino population that is growing. Clemson here alone in Clemson University, the Latino population or student body has grown from 6% to 8% from 2020 to 2023. So that alone shows how we're growing. So without further ado, I'm going to turn it over to Ashley, who will talk about Greenville, and then the rest of the ladies will cover the rest of the results. Thank you.
In general, the Latino community in Greenville shares a common concern over the lack of safety on trails and roads near Whitehorse Road. As a result, we have just seen a decrease in activity concerning outdoor participation. Also, we have viewed a barrier of translation and collaborative events in Greenville towards the Latino community. As a proposed solution, we would like to see installations of safety towers, wider trails, as well as Spanish advertisement in collaboration with the Latino community. Now I will turn it over to Brianna, who will talk about Seneca.
Thank you. Our concern for Seneca is the need for outdoor recreation and events available to the Latino community. We suggest creating more inclusive events such as concerts or promoting Hispanic Heritage Month to address this issue. Additionally, increasing the number of outdoor spaces and trails for activities would be beneficial. By offering these events and areas, we can positively impact the Latino community in Seneca. These changes would make a drastic change within our community. I will now turn it over to Alejandra for the rest. Thank you.
Our primary concern for Spartanburg is the need for more community decision-making representation. We suggest engaging with the Latino community and encouraging them to share their perspectives and ideas to improve outdoor recreation. By implementing this change, this would be the outreach for outdoor recreation programs and education that would reach more people, in this case, the Latino community, who may need more engagement or connections to learn about what outdoor recreation is in Spartanburg. Now, Clemson has a fantastic community that balances the outdoors and urbanization. Adding to that balance by looking and listening to perspectives would enhance Clemson's community and encourage the Latino community to be active participants in Clemson's outdoors activities. Clemson has a vast amount of outdoor spaces and trails. However, there is a need for more translated resources like pamphlets, billboards, and signs. That would greatly benefit the Latino community to feel welcomed and use the spaces with more guidance. For more engagement from Clemson Latinos, we propose a dive into cultural appreciation. For example, Clemson hosts an annual Day of the Dead, but if the city of Clemson hosts a Hispanic Heritage Festival, it will provide more opportunities for community member involvement and communication. Another example is how the Christmas parade advertisement is not normally translated to Spanish. However, that can change. Now I'll turn it over to Maria.
One of our overachieving hope is that we want to empower the Latino community by hoping the community they reside in will provide the resources that can be helpful to us. We represent our community. Our hope is that our communities are inclusive, safe, and united. One way to facilitate that is by having more Latino organizations present among all 4 communities and translated items available. On behalf of all of us, we want to thank you by giving us your time and allowing us to bring your attention to this matter. We appreciate that even though today's agenda was filled and you gave us the opportunity to share our collaborative findings about our community. Thank you. Are there any questions or concerns?
Well, first of all, I won't speak for everybody, I'll just speak for myself. Myra, thank you very much for organizing. I didn't realize you were all coming probably 30 or 40 minutes away, so thank you. We really appreciate the time. Thank you for sharing your opinion, your comments. It's very appreciative, and obviously we'll take that in stride. And hopefully we can definitely make a change in the future. So we can't thank you enough. I know Bob got lots of pictures, so he'll share them with you. I was watching him. He was taking good pictures of y'all.
I'm just following directions.
Well, actually, we wanted to ask if we could take a picture with you. This is one of our steps for Photo Voice, is the community
Absolutely.
advocacy.
We love it.
And
Make sure, I was going to say, make sure you turn your sign around so that way.
I have one question.
Yeah, and then, sorry, questions.
Is there any way we would get information or some of the results that you all talked about? Maybe just the way that we can have some of that information for our own?
yes, absolutely. Actually, the mayor asked me about that. No, and I told him one of the things we want to do is just share the results in public, to kind of just put it out there. And then second, it'll be in my dissertation, but I know my advisor, Dr. Ali, is actually here. We talked about building a report to have that continuity with, Clemson, again, the diversity population is growing. So we would love to contribute as much as we can to help.
It does seem like a low bar that we would have some translated signs, like on Green Crescent and some other things. That seems like a pretty simple ask.
It's pretty standard.
And the Christmas part,
Exactly.
We were talking, because I know the parade is tomorrow, and I checked the website today again. Sorry, Mayor, I know. I was like, no, it's not in there, and I talked to Angie about it. I was like, all right, so I guess we're
gonna relay.
Yeah.
So this has been helpful, so yes.
Thank you. We have
Thank you.
some other families here as well, and again, bring that point home too.
Bob's gonna mention something real quickly.
And we have our DEI consultant is doing the red, would
Yeah.
greatly benefit from additional information and things that you found out as well. So we will certainly probably get you in touch.
Thank you. However we
with
can
that
help.
Well,
person as
that was the reason I thought that would be good, so we can share that
Publicly, thank you
information.
for your service again.
Yes, thank you for your service, that's why. Come on. we don't-
Oh, I got it.
Like even one of the European languages.
Try to take a moment.
There we go. There we go. Perfect.
Thank you.
You spoke very eloquently.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, perfect. Of course, of course. That's a lot of work. That is a lot of work. You retain more bullet points. I was always told that when I send an email, you ever get bullet points.
Thank you again.
Bye-bye. She said she checked again today.
She was keeping up.
All right, so our next item on the agenda is staff reports. Andy.
Well, Myra said the parade is tomorrow, 5 o'clock. Pre-parade festivities, and the parade actually kicks off at 6. Conversations with council is going to be on the 14th at the fire station at 6:30. And you may remember a few weeks ago I asked for a subcommittee to look at proclamations and recognitions. I'd like to do something similar with sponsorship requests, because we do get those quite frequently. And it would give staff a lot of guidelines to be able to better meet with people and talk about the levels to which we can assist with events, you know, startup events versus one-time events, and then kind of get us into the thinking of the reporting, like what hotels did you stay in, things like that, if we're going to support events. And I was going to kind of use the ATAX guidelines to kind of help with some of this, and kind of use the things you've already approved with your guidelines for proclamations. I think a lot of it ties in together, but I was going to use the same group unless someone else wanted to get involved in that as well.
The only thing I would say is it would be really interesting to talk about, work with the chamber, maybe to talk about the economic impact of some of these different events, to literally look at the return on the investment for the city. And I'm happy to help with that if needed.
You're the data person.
Yeah, I think the template exists, because it just seems like over the years, so when we had our first-time event startup fund pools, but then I just feel like over the years, we have looked at things where we have been provided that this did put this many heads in beds and.
Yeah, we're not asking for it as much now. Like today, when Jay had the soccer tournament, and I asked him, get with Lauren, let us know where the hotels were, because these kids are from all over the state.
Yeah.
We just don't need to miss those opportunities.
Yeah.
He did mention there were 12 teams that stayed in the area, but I don't know if they all stayed in the Clemson
In
hotels.
town or wherever, yeah.
Rock Hill has a good little, like, 4 or 5 question survey for teams and groups and people that are coming in that just helps you get a better handle on that stuff, and pretty simple. We don't have to go crazy, but we could do some pretty simple things with where we have those captive audiences.
I think Bob just volunteered to be on the committee to help you.
I'm already on the project.
He's expanded his role. Thank you, Bob.
I guess I would just look at it, because I know we had some conversations about one of them, but just from more of the inclusive DEI perspective, I think that's important, because sometimes what we look at is not necessarily, beds, people and what they bring to the community. It may not seem to have that economic impact, but it also brings.
So we could do something like, if there is economic impact, return on investment, there's an important historic or cultural tie to the city, and if it's helping us reach goals with like DEI or inclusivity or something like that, or other city goals, would that be?
I think that would be, because we don't want to put them all that, they do the same thing, because sometimes it may have a different.
Well, and I would say we also need to look, I'm one who always likes to look at the negative, believe it or not, that sounds hard to believe, but we want to look at who are we saying no to? I mean, we want to make sure that there's not a pattern to where we're saying no. I know we talked about like the run, wasn't it the run that the Rotary group was doing? We talked, and we want to look at where we can say yes and just pay attention to who we're saying no to.
All right, thank you.
I'm happy to serve as needed, but I don't want to be
I'm with her.
Bob doesn't get a choice. Bob doesn't get a choice.
You're on that one too, aren't you,
Bob and Lillian and Alicia and Catherine as needed.
Yeah.
I guess we got that one, John.
12:20.
That was easy.
And, Jeremiah has some MASC info for you.
So now that I am clerk, I have the booking you guys for these. So Hometown Legislative Action Day, February 6th, and MEO Institute is February 7th. So you should have got some stuff in the mail. So please get those to me by Friday, so I can go and get you.
like this Friday? This Friday?
Yeah, this Friday.
Okay. Cool. I'll check mine.
You have any
That's all,
questions,
Mr. Mayor.
paperwork, just let me know.
Yeah, I need another form. I think I'm not sure.
You just came and you already pitched it.
It's in the burn barrel.
Thank you.
It came to this.
I actually
No, mine came to my home address. What
Don,
Bob
I can
has.
tell you that the puppy
I was
ate it.
gonna say, I usually have some. It's one sitting on my table. I haven't opened it yet.
Yeah, it's a big envelope. Yeah.
It just came like a week.
Andy, we good? All right. I know you said that's it, but I'm just
Go ahead.
following up.
Talk
So next is policy action items. Just remember, if you'd like to, more than welcome to, 2-minute limit per speaker. First is consider approving the second reading of amendment to Chapter 5, Buildings and Construction and Related Activities, Article 1, in general, Section 5.3, fees. Andy.
No changes since first reading.
Okay. Questions, comments? Would somebody like to make a motion?
I make a motion that we approve the second reading of an amendment to Chapter 5 Buildings, Construction, and Related Activities, Article 1, in general, Section 5-3, fees. Did I read the right one? Yeah.
Second.
Okay, comments? All right, all in favor, raise your right hand. All right, thank you very much. Next is other policy items. Consider appointing Michael of King, and you know what? Kozlarek. Okay, I just want to make sure, law firm as a city, I need to know this if it passes. So I was, the few times I've said Michael. So as city attorney, so Andy.
I attached the agreement to the agenda for y'all's review. He's excited to be part of this. It's a 1-year agreement. We'll pay him on a monthly fee basis. $7,000 a month is the amount.
Questions, comments for Andy? Somebody like to make a motion?
Make a motion, we appoint Michael E. Kozlarek of the King Kozlarek Law Firm as the city attorney as presented.
Second.
Comments, discussion? All in favor, raise your right hand. All right, thank you very much. Next is to consider a 3,000 Black History Month luncheon sponsorship. Councilmember Smith.
Yes, we talked about it at the last meeting. Is a part of a discussion item, but it's the event that we have every year. It's been the last, 4 years now. But it's the Black History Month luncheon. It's going to be February 29th at Little John Community Center, and we're asking the city to help host the actual cost to pay for the speaker, keeping in mind that Little John Community Center and the Clemson Area African American Museum will also participate as it talks about providing food, decoration, and any other supplies that's needed. It's also in sponsored with Clemson University. We work with the Commission on the Black Experience, as well as the Office of Access and Equity. So we will be participating as well. And so the portion we would be asking is for $3,000. That's half of the sponsorship.
The $3,000 is coming out of your budget, council's budget, for diversity and inclusion programs.
Questions, comments? Somebody like to make a motion?
Make a motion, we approve a $3,000 Black History Month luncheon sponsorship as presented.
Second.
Comments, discussion? All in favor, raise your right hand. All right, thank you very much. Next is mayor council reports, comments, new business. Want me to start off? I have like 4 tonight. That's not like me. I know. Because part of it's John Fulmer. So, all right, since John's not here, I'm relaying. No, there's a great project going on right now. Y'all have heard about the picket painting project. It was at the Fort Hill Presbyterian Church this past weekend. A lot of our youth painting the pickets. I know a lot of the members of the Shaw Center team also took care of getting the pickets ready, so thank you very much for that volunteerism there. But John shared pictures. I can share my phone, or you can go to the Shaw Center Facebook page. It's great to see those pictures, and I know there's an event at Abel this Saturday where they're increasing, hopefully more of the kids can come out and help paint. So that's one. So just FYI. Second thing, see, I gotta go down my list here. See, I'm not used to having 4. Now you're catching me off guard. Do you want to go next? Do you have something? And I'll think of my other 3.
Oh my gosh.
See, that's what happens when you start aging.
I'll just mention one thing. I think it's been.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry.
No, I didn't have anything. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think it's been mentioned before, just as we look at street crossings and stuff at different places, right there at the Bixby, East Coast Wings, you got a new restaurant, and having traversed that road 4 lanes in the rain on Saturday night in the mist. I mean, we got fast traffic through there, a long stretch to cross, poorly lit, as well as nothing on the intersection. So I think we need to.
Don't we already have that approved, Andy, with DOT to put in like one of those big time crossings there?
I have one, but the problem is it's so wide. No, it's more up towards
Yeah, so it's
the
down.
post office.
Yeah.
That one's gonna be further down.
I thought Nathan,
Yeah,
I'd already
had that
mentioned that to Nathan, and I think he's already been talking with DOT about putting one of those ones like they have by Fike with.
Yeah.
We've talked about it. I'm just keeping it on the front
Yeah.
burner because
That one needs.
there's more and more
very
people
dark
using
right
there, and it is.
And I was there Saturday afternoon, and it was just as bad Saturday afternoon.
Yeah. Yeah, then you can see them coming.
Were you in the lineup? Were you in the lineup for community appreciation? Did you see that? It was lined up because they were giving out, I think, free wings.
Well, they weren't giving them out free that night. But I felt like I was playing Frogger.
T-shirt. I got a T-shirt.
But that's a good point.
So I
I'll
just
get
want
Nathan started on that tomorrow morning in our meeting.
to just keep it on the front.
All right, I'll go back to mine very quickly, but they're very
Very
important.
quickly.
Yeah, I know, very quickly. All right. So locally, I know there's different mayors that have stepped down. Mayor from 6 Mile, Mayor Pickens, and I know I'm going to miss somebody, but also Sandra Gant spent 26 years on the town of Pendleton. If you get a chance, please congratulate her on serving 26 years. I know they're actually having a recognition type, well, they'll have it at their town council meeting Tuesday, but that's our city parade, so we can't be there. So if you get a chance, please acknowledge her for all of her time. 26 years is a long time. And the last thing, I would just like to start the conversation about exploring the possibilities of adding a little bit more on our communication side, maybe to add to our team currently that we have within the city. You know, maybe first start with designating 2 or 3 council members to start exploring, you know, what's our current communication strategy and talk about what we'd like to see going forward from the communication side. So I'm just starting the conversation on that one. So would anybody like to? Catherine's
I'll do
already
that.
volunteering. I would like to be a part of it. It's okay.
Yeah.
And Bob, so
Yeah.
unless y'all 3.
I'm good.
Y'all were like, nope.
I trust you.
Nope. So
I was
wait till
already
this
put
side.
on that.
Some areas got to be worked on, so I appreciate you
Yeah,
taking that on.
absolutely.
I think we've all
Well,
talked
obviously,
about it
it'd be
around
very
and around
instrumental.
behind.
They'll be very instrumental with Sarah. She's here, or she was here. And Lowell, of course, and Stephen when he was here as well. So, I appreciate y'all. Just we'll start rolling with that one. So those are my 4. Those were quick, John.
You on a
All right.
roll.
Yeah. That it?
Christmas parade tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Oh, I only did 3. Y'all see, y'all could have said. I only did
I've
3.
marked it down, but I wonder on that.
So you could have said there was only 3. The 4th was.
You went to Georgia, so we know you can't.
Yeah, I know.
Kind of what I was trying.
That's low, especially after this weekend.
I would like
So
to-
here's the 4th one.
Go ahead.
I was just going to tell you that someone gave me feedback. It's just we are very casual and I love it. But they said sometimes we're talking over each other at city council meetings. So just be conscientious of that. I'm not trying to be the guy that says, all right, but if one person's talking, especially, it's not really here that I'm hearing it. I'm hearing it from what's being videoed.
Online.
2 people. You remember, I wait till I hear the second person. And I've heard 2 people now mention that sometimes when we're talking, especially if we try to overlap real quickly. So just keep that in mind. So that was the 4th, John. So there you go, Catherine.
I would like to put out, and say this publicly too, is please don't forget Clemson Community Care this time of year. When I drove by there this morning actually, there was a line around the building waiting to get in for the food bank and some other things. So please, please, please don't forget. And I heard from a little bird that actually if you can, cash and gift cards are also very much appreciated because after Christmas they will have people asking to help paying their power bills. So let's not forget Clemson Community Care this season.
And please thank Sonia for running our angel tree.
Yes.
Good chance. Anything else? All right, would somebody like to make a motion to adjourn?
So moved. Second.
Comments, discussion? All in favor, raise your right hand. All right, have a great evening and enjoy the rest of the week.
See you tomorrow.
Y'all will be on adjourn on me.
Come to the parade. Come to the parade.
Claire's,
How about going to the parade?
are you going to be in the parade? Claire's going to be in the parade. She's taking John's spot. She's taking John's spot. I haven't told her yet. I'm going to surprise her and tell her tomorrow.
Yeah, but
I was thinking they could look at
for some tomorrow.
Oh, that's right, I knew that.
I usually have my little hat, I have my Santa hat.
This was so fun.
He called me, he said, I need to present these. I said,
He's just so kind.
I said, you have to get this on your agenda. I said,
Yeah. No, he doesn't, because he's Reverend Hannah. He can do what he wants until you tell me I can.
You go ahead, I can get it.
Oh, yeah, from all the approvals from last time.
Tomorrow morning, would you give this to Nathan for me?
No, we have to approve them, and then you sign it.
You could probably give it to Nathan Hinkle too, but really Nathan would.
He's just being doubly careful.
We're not hiring. We're not hiring anybody else named Nathan.
No more Nathans. You know, at one point, we had, you're forgetting your sweater. We had 6 Bryans at my company. That was the worst.
Like, there's generation things, you know?
Once I start, I can't stop now.
Said you didn't want to.
No, we just, it's better for you to sign unless you don't want to.
His name was on the agenda.
No, he didn't want to be here on that.
No one's gonna put a name on an agenda and everybody's like, if.
I remember that.
Showed up and